Incumbent president of the Nigeria Football Federation, Amaju Pinnick, will not be seeking re-election into office on the 30th of September. This quells insinuations that the FIFA Council and CAF Executive Committee member is desperate for a third term. Pinnick first became NFF president in 2014 and went on to become the first person to administer Nigerian football for 2 terms when he was re-elected in 2018. With his decision not to run for the NFF presidency, the list of candidates vying for the plum job is quite long. It includes former football players and well-known football administrators and technocrats. Former players on the list include Peter Saidida, Benedict Akwebu, Jonathan Akobori, and Daniel Amokachi. Others vying for the position are current First Vice President Sheyi Akiwumi, current Second Vice President Shehu Diko, Executive Committee member Ibrahim Gusau, Dr. Christian Emerua, football scout David Doherty, a former General Secretary of the Federation Musa Amaju, and a host of other persons. The total number of aspirants vying for the NFF presidency, it's so long and unprecedented, as I said earlier. But in my honest view, there are only a few true contenders as far as the race to replace Amaju Pinnick is concerned. The contenders for me include our current First Vice President of the NFF, Barrister Sheyi Akiwumi, current Second Vice President of the NFF, Shehu Diko, current Chairman of Chairmen, Ibrahim Gusau, and former Secretary General of the Federation, Musa Amaju, and of course, FIFA and CAF committee member, Christian Emerua. I have spoken with a number of persons, and views about these candidates are divergent, but there is a school of thought who believe out of these contenders and candidates, Musa Amaju and Christian Emerua are the most competent. Outgoing NFF President Amaju Pinnick joins the show now. Thank you for coming on the program. But let me start by asking you, for the first time, there are many candidates vying to replace you as NFF President, including former players and administrators. Why is this so?
I just believe they want to continue with our vision of sustainable football development, And like I tell you, while I'm praising our last 8 years, we've entrenched the culture of fiscal discipline by bringing in PwC, so our books are clean. And that is a major prerequisite if you want to talk to sponsors. We've entrenched the culture of family to all our national teams. That's why you see that there are never divisions. In those days, you used to see various camps within a camp. But now, if you look at the Super Eagles, it's family. Look at the Super Falcons, it's family. Look at all our age grade teams, they're all family. We've been able to make them understand that the green-white flag is the most important flag in the world. And when they see it, it should ginger them to success. That patriotism and national morale, we've been able to entrench, the fact that sponsors will look at us with so much respect and want to be part of whatever we're doing. And we want to win at all costs, but it's football. There are so many things you cannot determine.
All right, so you have decided to quit the NFF, but it is glaring some persons within the football fraternity are not happy with you and do not want you to continue. What are their issues against you?
I want to believe in the history of Nigerian football. I'm the president of NFF that has been so badly battered, created a lot of unnecessary toxicity, and your superintendent, institutions that are meant to be protecting you, are these same institutions coming out to demarket you, coming out to work hand in hand with your maligners, with your defamers, with your detractors, your traducers, just to ensure they not just only ridicule you, but they humiliate and possible annihilate you from the planet. It is that extreme. So when I look at those people, I just laugh. Where my colleagues that are in the council are being ring-fenced for protection by various government institutions, I am being exposed. Because the truth, people don't understand the dynamics of being in the council. So when I look at the effort I made, I use the word I, Amaju Pinnick, made with some of my executive committee members, some members of the Congress, in getting to the FIFA Council and getting to the CAF Executive Committee, I wouldn't want to lose that. So let me just be there, because I am, with all due respect and all modesty, and if you find out, you will know that I'm so very well respected and recognized by those two global bodies. I said it from, I think sometime in April, that it was very critical at that point that I should listen to my heart and my family, my business associates, but especially my family, because they've seen that whatever I do, I get very total with it, and it was beginning to affect us as a family, in Africa or globally. It's family first. And but then, after then, of course, a lot of people felt concerned. A lot of people felt that we have done quite a lot, and I believe that I'm young, I'm 51, that I should continue. Even recently, they gave examples with my colleague in South Africa, Danny Jordan, who at 70 was returned on a run and won his third term. They also gave example with my friend in the FIFA Council, my colleague and dear friend, Fauzi Lekja, the president of Morocco FA, who won his third term, who was returned unopposed, I can go on and on, the president of Senegalese FA coming for his fourth term and say, why are you not going for a third tenure, But I just believe I've paid my dues, and that a lot of factors, especially that of my family, made me to say more emphatically that I wasn't going to. As I speak here, my phone rings by the second. People are saying, and to me, it's just a very priceless privilege and honor if you know the caliber of people that are really asking me to resign this decision. Even yesterday, till this moment, in the corporate, if you can call them the top 5, in royalty, you can call them top 5, governors, even people in government, surprisingly, but I've decided that I thank them for their trust, their confidence, but it's time, I believe, I should move on. And of course, people are making their various businesses digital. So mine will go super digital, And beyond that, we've been carrying out extensive expansion in my businesses, and we need to concentrate more on that, And you should also know that I'm still the boss in football, whether you like it or not. I'm a member of the highest decision-making body in the world, the FIFA Council. It's a privilege for our country. It's a privilege for me. Nigeria is one of the only 37. If you Google FIFA Council right now, you boldly and proudly see the flag of Nigeria against my name, and also a very strong and integral member of the CAF Executive Committee. I also serve in the Emergency Committee of CAF, which of course there is a caucus of anybody. And I just believe that there's time for everything. There's time for you to climb the stage, and there's time for you to take a bow. This is the time I believe I should take a bow.
Amaju Pinnick, FIFA Council member and CAF Executive Committee member, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with me on Sport Week this weekend.